Here is today what I want to share with you all in Agama. Agama is the one sutta, one teaching books, maybe like this in the old text, but 4 books in the new vision. Similar with last week's what I said, the Nikaya in the Pali text, similar translation, just one to the north, south, both sides. So to the north, go to Afghanistan and come to China. We translate it called Agama, the connected discourses. And to the south, we call that Samyutta Nikaya. To the south, come to Thailand, Burma, and Cambodia, and to Sri Lanka, India, this like go to the south. So both of them is the original teaching. We call that the connected discourses of the Buddha. Mention about the important message of the Buddha's teaching and all his life encounter, the story. So this very original teaching is lubrication or continually talk of something. What is talking about? This is what it's talking about. So we call that chanting, means you see all the books here is called chanting. Chanting means you keep remembering ultimate repetition of something. Keep it into the mind because that is important. If you do it that way, it may use that memory to guide the very life. I think that is something that I see my life right now become more profound. Means you don't empty your mind. If you empty your mind, have no basic there, then everything become your mindset. So right now I see the life here is just 6 sense-based contact. Just the 5 skandha means there 5 aggregate contact and feeling. They have no basic there. No remembering as what the Buddha means. Oh, you need to remember the truth. What is the truth? The truth is wisdom. The truth is insight. The truth is stopping formation processing in the mind. Keep the mind into very pure. You cannot label it. You cannot label it what it is. What is that? The truth. So can you empty your mind? Nobody can answer this. How to empty the mind? Nobody can answer it. But the Buddha mentioned, not only he can answer, but he gives you skillfully how to do it. That is 2.1. You see, the Buddha and his disciple means the generation to generation is carrying on, remember something. Ultimately, repetition to something. Every morning I wake up, repetition to something. Keep it very tight, wrapping it very stubborn in something, because that thing will make your eye without too much dust. So you can see the world clearly in its profound meaning of transformation. If you cannot see the world in very penetrative way, then you may caught stuck there by block your mind free. So that is what I see the world. The world is stuck in something, make his mind into craving, anger, and ignorance. Because they. So training for us, we need to follow something. That something is called 2.1, 37/8 of enlightenment. So you don't need to know too much about the teaching, but this is the path. Open the gate for liberation. I think everyone need to go first. I am the one that really concentrate about the path, because the path is make your life just on the path. And then you won't come to extreme, to the fire burning and to the flood. The flood is gratification, make you danger and not aware. Then you drop into this very troublesome, what we call the suffer and stress. So the path means every step you are in the right position. You're not falling into fire. You're not falling into flood. This is called the path. So 37 requisite into the path. This is a very important message. If you're without me, you can go to the website and you can go to lots of information. This is how lucky today we are in the computer generation. Message is better than before. Before, when I am come to Buddhism, the computer, we call that 3x6. The name of computers design that we call 3x6. Yes, 3x6. Run very slow and keep not much information. That is the area when 1986 I come back to Malaysia. So it is not computer right now. Today we key in a lot of information in a small piece of tool. But from here to reach information, not much we can see. Which one is the core? Which one is the important one? If you want to come to Buddhism, this is the important one. 2.1. Check that. 2.1. Okay. Then the number three is called audience. Means all walks of life who encounter the Buddha in this time. Spiritual life, merchant, the government officer, king, and the farmers, and the prostitute, and the woman, and men, and the children who encounter with the Buddha, because Buddha life is long. After his enlightened, 37 years old until 80 years old, very long life after enlightened. So he come back to the society. What means come back to the society? Live with others. And this is all about with living with the Dharma. But we right now is not living with the Dharma. We are living with greed, hatred, and ignorance. Look for burning. It's not look for ceasefire. So we carry a big parcel. Worry about family, worry about job site, worry about nation, worry about world, worry about water, worry about the sun, worry about pollution. How much the mind can cease all this stress. Why is that happening? Because we don't know how to master our mind. Second page. Here, something is very in the Agama. The narrative structure of the translation from the 7th century, the Monkey King's teacher went to India, Nalanda University, and then he bring back the Yogacarar's commentary, and then this is the writing from his translation. He mentioned about just now what I mentioned, the teaching of the Buddha and the path of practice is according to his commentary. He divided this very important message into this 10 recitation and 9 methods. Maybe this is not easy for you, very new, and some of you just today, I seen you in here, maybe talk about this is little bit complicated, not easy to understand, but you just keep yourself knowing a little bit about this. For the who is more familiar with this, you may keep your eye open and check it again and again, because this information for my life is, if I can lose my life to make change, what can I have to my confidence and to my faith? This is what I wanted to be more higher value than the life. If use the life, what can I change more valuable? This is what I want to change it. This is all about I become a monk, a disciple of the Buddha. I want to know very clearly what is going on when the Buddha time. His life pattern, his habitual pattern, and his mindset is talking about here. And how he come to the society, and he brings harmony, and he brings little bit advance to the life purification, what he can meet, sharing that skills and knowing or the viewpoint to the society. Okay, right now we go a little bit deep into this lifespan. The 8 classes of means in India. Oh, this become very deep. This is what the Buddha he encountered in the society in India at that time. is more than what we know in this, what we call that contemporary world or the new era. New era, we still not mature, understand the spirit or the religious as what Indian civilization know. Indian civilization is very high and advanced, knowing about the spiritual life. They have all walks of spiritual life more than what we know in this modern time. This modern time, we are very specialist in this and that, like what I call engineer skill, business skill, politics skill, but very superstitious in the religious skill. And Indian people is very skillful in religious skill. So I call the Buddha's religious skill of brain and mind science. I use a new term, brain and mind science. That is what the Buddha talked about. He talked about cause and effect of this very life you can predict it by the condition. If you have this condition of the cause in the mindset, equivalent that this mindset will be the chip come into the verbal and come into the body action. So wholesome and unwholesome of this very life will be processing into this effect in this very life. Good and bad, you are responsible. Good and bad, human is the chief of all living beings. He will disturb this so-called ecology or so-called this world system more than his nature, because if this action of mind and body come to the wholesome or right path, then the world become more harmony. If his action of mental and body go into the unwholesome or evil thought, then the evil action will processing the bad result. He will test by himself. Nobody else responsible. This is called the karma teaching in Buddhism. We go to the third and now go to the fourth. After a weeks of going back into Agama teaching, this is what I have, the new feeling. I make it this map. So this map is the new feelings of what I, read again in this structure of the teaching of Agama. So the first one I want to share is called forbearance. Is it? Forbearance. Life for me is very difficult because recognize something and then accept in something, because this is only what I can accept. Very difficult. Mind change. If you really accept something, then the life become patient, become very cool and calm, become steady, become unshakable, strong. This is the first term I want to know, is the Buddha said, forbearing, tolerant, patient. Means you accept the life. You accept it. You're not going to make change in his nature. You accept. You see, we are not easy to accept the nature, isn't it? You see, life, when you already here, then what is the nature from the reality? Means life will become aging, become illness, and then pass away, means die, death. This becomes certain. Can we accept this certainty? No. We are struggling there. We are a lot of this and that up and down in the emotion because we are not accepting we recognize something. This is the processing, but recognize is one thing, accepting is one thing. Enlightenment means, you see it in the conclusion, so you already accept it. This is a certain. I accept this certain. Then you are totally free. You don't against the truth. In the night, every day I sleep 4 to 5 hours. Very good sleep. After sleep, full of energy and awareness. This is my life right now. It's not struggling here and there. No, it's just relaxing is recharge the battery. Try to settle down. Let this bodily recover back. So I need sleep. Other than that, just wakefulness. Make the mind more energetic. Energetic for what? Energetic to seal up this very body and mind, not let the wrong information come to become your boss. Your life become mastered by your own mindfulness. If your mindfulness is like that, then you are free. Can we have that habitual pattern? Challenging. So practice becomes very important. So you see the second of the tolerant one is life tolerant. I know the life pattern, right? Oh, down. There is no hope there. It's very certain. This life spans will be shorter and shorter, shorter and shorter. Maybe accidentally, just next moment, life will be finished. You can see it's so dangerous, so that you let it go. What can I connect if the next moment of life will be deteriorate? So this moment, mindfulness need to connect to the truth, the Dharma. Tolerant with the Dharma. This is the Buddha wants us to do. If the mind can set into concentrate with the Dharma, then the body and word or the verbal become disciplined. Buddhism starts with discipline. %80 of the disciple of the right now called Buddhists, not disciplined. As my value to look in his life, not disciplined. So not discipline of 80% of this so-called Buddhists become a big donor to MABA. Their generosity, They are waiting to give. So they support us to build all this structure, but they don't come and practice mind. They even don't discipline. What is discipline start from in Buddhism? No killing, no stealing, no lying, no sexual misconduct, no intoxication. Every part of it, if you can make it, it is a freedom. Add into this very life. People just aware of it. So I call, come and practice before you're aging. You don't see they come often. Right now is the Christmas time. Right now is the Thanksgiving time. They come. But why they come? Generously. They come and give, do the giving. Write a check for you, take some cash for you, take some food for you, no problem. Discipline, oh. One of my great supporters in Malaysia, and right now he have more than what he can make, so he have his own farm. Right now he have his own chicken. Right now he have his own fish pond. Make more healthy food for his life. So he want to kill the chicken for the food because more healthy, not use chemical to nourishing this food. So he have his pond, have the fish. I say that if you kill them for food, I don't come to your farm anymore. So not much you can hold back and keep this life into safety and not dying. No, dying and lost your life is certain, not uncertain. So this is what this world look like. So for me, what I'm going to tell you is practice is abandon and build up. Make sense? Build up the wholesome pattern, harmony with the world. Not let other creature is because of your life that lost their life. And so on. And right now you can see a lot of we call there steal in there, no stealing. Right now the great what we call that, the thief, the great thief is not hide in the dark and take even small thing. He is planning, pursuing, put the planning there. With politicians come together, big robbing, big merchant, big robbing, take over all the other creature property and living food just for his desire. And other animal and other creature don't have good condition to survive. This is what we can see in the world. It's not like before that we said thief is slowly hide into your door and take little bit. No, it's a big planning, take everything. This is what we call, when you see into this world, the Buddha mentioned a lot of things that here we don't want to talk about too much, but we go to next page. In this last one, I want to share with you. Now here, for new newcomer to MABA, Buddhism is talk about samsara, means the circle of suffering, and talk about the path to his release. To his samsara means you are not in the circle, run and run and run and run, and no, you cannot find the door, escape, break this circle. This is what the Buddha mentioned in the Four Noble Truths, mentioned about the life span. What is stuck there? Buddhism talk about wisdom, have two kinds of wisdom. One is purified, one is established. Some you need to purify, means unwholesome, bad thing you need to purify. So purify your thinking, the long viewpoint, long habitual pattern, unwholesome. If you see this will make trouble, this will make you emotionally knocked down by yourself. You need to purify it. Means like me, when I come to the United States, I don't know how to speak in English. So when I, hire some local people come and do construction, some cowboy teach me street language. You know more than me what is street language means. The important language is start with F. So that is not polite as a monk, talk like that. No, not going to that manner, So I learned something is not too much F, but not good language. I use it up. And after knowing this is not the good language, I try to abandon it. But one day when we work in the Blue Lotus with some of the lady who help come to the low wing, and then some carpenter, cowboy work with me there. And it just automatically habitual pattern. I spoke one word, It shocked the lady. It's not polite, the monk need to say like that. Even though it's not very bad abuse language, but already come to polluted way to say something in the imagination. Or shut her. And I didn't know that language is a true trouble. I still work. And then when I watch her face, it turned into red. He see me no any, awareness back to reflect the mind. Because my mind is really straightforward to say something. That is what I can find in my mind in English language. So from there on, I feel, after I see her face turn into red, little bit shine, then I totally alert. And then I said, oh, when one day come, I need to learn English properly. Shameful in my language. But I don't have time. I still keep building this facility in order that I can help the propagating of the truth from the Buddha, because he is most respect and honest. I put my life, obey him, bow down in front of him, accept the guidance, and practice So practice become whole life initially important, not the language. Until today, this is the year we call that 2024 MABA reflection. So from this year on, I beg to learn pronunciation and grammar, and go forward, learn more words, remember more words in English. I try to learn English. Today on, so I work really hard. Hopefully one day my language can go more better into establish. So life always need to establish something skillfully. But all this is secondary important. The important one is called establish the Dharma into the very life. Let this remembering pass into future. If the future still rising with little bit formation or little bit connection, the formation into the life future life, who knows? So if we don't born with the eyes, then we will stay in the dark. The Dharma is like the candlelight in the field. The Buddha said, the Dharma, the teaching of the Buddha is like a candle in the dark. I believe in renewal, rebirth, or reincarnation. I don't know if you believe or not, but when I see the life, they're born in baby, they're already very good mathematics, they're already very good in music, they're already very good in this and that. I will see, oh, this is not the body formation, this is a mindset formation. If someone carry on design some skillful means, then the life will be carry on process in that skillful means. I believe in this. But that is only in my hand, my own responsible, what I can do. If for the future benefit, future liberation, I will work hard with it because this makes sense to me in this very life. So life, last saying is old age, illness, and death. What we accumulate or what we ceases, you are responsible. I am responsible to my life too. What is the thing you take to the life, and what is the things that you abandon to this very life? It is very important. Nothing is the future condemned if right now and here it's not established and not purified. Thank you.